댄서분들 들어오셔라. 조금만 더 기다리고 댄서분들이랑 이야기를 하기 시작하겠습니다. 오케이, 충분히 들어왔나? 안녕하세요. 어떡해, 너무 반가워. 오케이, 오늘 기생충 영화에 대해서 말하려고 왔습니다. We are talking about the movie Parasite today. 보신 분? Did you guys watch the movie? Did you guys watch the movie? 옆 건물인가? 아이들이 놀고 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 가끔씩 소리 지르는 소리가 들리실 수도 있어요. 난 되게 잘 들린다. 잘 들리는데 댄서분들도 들리실지 모르겠다. 하지만 아이들은 놀아야지. 막을 순 없어. 놀아야지. 어쨌든 컴백 이후 첫 개인 라방으로 왔는데요. 들어가기 전에 어때요? 저희 컴백 잘 보고 계시나요? 잘 듣고 계시나요? 저희 노래들? 일단은 이번 Happy Serenade 수록곡까지도 다 좋으니까 다 들어봐 주세요. 꼭꼭, okay? Anyway, this is our first live since the comeback. So are you guys like enjoying your listening? Like, how's it going? I hope you guys really like it. Heavy Serenade, all the songs are really good, so I hope you guys really like it. I'm actually so happy. It's doing so well. I'm so proud. Thank you so much for all of the answers who are listening to it. 너무 앤서분들이 너무 큰 사랑을 계속 보여주고 있어가지고 너무 행복해요. 나온 지 얼마 안 됐는데도 앤서분들 덕분에 정말 너무 행복해요. Anyway, let's go. 기생충 보신 분 솔직히 안 본 사람이 많진 않을 것 같아. 진짜로 많진 않을 것 같아. Who watched Parasite? And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's not a lot of people who haven't watched Parasite. And if you haven't, I absolutely recommend that you go do it, especially before this live, because we will be going to spoilers as per usual. 어쨌든 안 보신 분들 이번에 릴리 덕분에 처음 봤어요. 와, 근데 하지만 저도 솔직히 본 것도 신기하긴 해. 왜냐면 내가 영화를 그렇게 많이 보는 편이 아닌데 하필 난 이 영화는 또 2번이나 봤었어. 이번에 3번째로 봤었어요. 앤서분들이랑 같이 보려고. 너무 좋아가지고 약간 진짜 처음 나왔을 때 한번 보고 그 이후로 이제 한 1-2년 전에 한번 보고 이번에 3번째로 앤서분들이랑 이야기하려고 봤었어요. 근데 진짜 재밌어서 좋아하고 재밌어서 계속 본 거고 앤서분들이랑 또 이야기할 거리가 많고 어쨌든 이번에는 꼭 한국 사람이 만든 영화로 꼭 하고 싶은 생각으로 되게 많이 물어봤었어요. 주위에 뭐 이번에 선정하면서 어떤 영화를 할지 근데 이게 아무래도 해외에서도 많은 사랑을 받은 영화고 진짜 약간 한국 시네마가 약간 해외에서도 스포트라이트를 받은 케이스이기 때문에 이걸로 시작을 해보자 했어요. 사실 다른 영화도 고민을 했었는데 알고 보니 19금이었더라고요. 근데 저 그것도 재밌다고 해서 찾아봤었는데 그래도 많은 사람들이 함께 봐야 하는 릴리리아 릴리딩이니까 네. Anyway, this time I really wanted to do a film by a Korean. So I really kind of asked around about like what movies I should do. And obviously Parasite is really one of the most famous Korean movies out there. And it really put Korean cinema into such a big spotlight, you know, with the Oscar and everything. I was so proud when I saw that moment. It was like so heartwarming. I almost cried, honestly, watching that. It's just, yeah, it's a very special film for sure. And also, obviously, there's lots to talk about. Did I say this in English? This is my third time watching this movie because I watched it like not long after it came out, and then I watched it like 1 or 2 years ago just to like remind myself, and then I watched it again for Lily's Lost the Plot. So I'm quite well versed in it, and it's surprising because I haven't really watched a lot of movies. Like I'm not like a big movie watcher. I do appreciate movies and I should watch more, but you know, I always choose reading and or series or other things, so I end up not watching a lot. I love going to the cinema though. I love going to the movies and like watching the act of watching a movie in a movie theater. I love that. So it's surprising that we're coming across one that I've watched multiple times because I'm not like a big rewatcher either, but you can tell how much I love this movie because I've watched it twice. Even before this live, I'd already watched it. So that you can tell that I really love this one. So let's begin. 어쨌든 처음에 기생충 로고 이거 진짜 처음이다. 기생충 로고 이거 그냥 한번 언급하고 싶었었어요. 너무 이쁘더라고요, 기생충 로고가. 그래서 그게 너무 이뻤고 그냥 시작부터 전 진짜로 약간 제가 이제 3번째인 걸 불구하고 또 내가 왜 이걸 계속 보는지 모르겠어. 마음이 너무 힘든데 약간 중요하지만 맞다. 어떡해. 맞다. 맞다. 잠시만요. 제가 보내야 됐었던 연락이 있었는데 깜빡하게 진짜 중요한 거였는데 제가 또 깜빡했어요. 솔직하게 말하면 라이브 시작한다고 말씀을 드려야 됐었는데 그냥 켜버렸어. 진짜 죄송합니다. 아셔야지 이제 그 앤서분들에게도 알려드릴 수 있으니까 라이브를 한다고. 진짜 근데 제가 또 깜빡을 해버렸다. 근데 어쨌든 네. anyway, 제가 진짜 물론 되게 중요한 내용이고 되게 재밌긴 해요. 근데 솔직히 보면서 너무 마음이 힘든 영화예요. 진짜로 너무 힘들어. 나 제대로 못 보겠어. 너무 슬퍼서 약간 우울해. 이 세상이 우울해져. 그래서 많이 못 보겠어. 그래서 이번에 거의 약간 억지로 보는 느낌이었어요. 너무 마음이 힘드니까 보면서. 물론 그게 포인트예요. 쉽게 아무 생각 없이 보려고 만든 영화는 아니니까. 근데 어쨌든 그래도 힘들긴 하더라고요. 마음이 너무 힘들고 막 마음이 찢어지고 있고 그랬었어요. Anyway, this movie, it's really just, it's like a real, I'm surprised that I could even watch it twice, let alone 3 times. It is such a difficult movie to get through. It is really hard to watch, and on purpose, obviously. It's not meant to be just a movie that you watch lightly. It's meant to invoke conversation, and it's meant to really make you think about life, which, yeah, so it's meant to make you like squirm in your seat a little. It is really difficult to watch, and so really I was quite depressed while watching it. It was quite depressing. But I still got through it for you guys. I watched it a third time for you guys. I think this might be my last for a while though, because I don't think my mentality can handle this sadness that comes with this. Anyway, 어쨌든 첫 시작부터 되게 슬픈 상황에 있는 가족을 만나게 되죠. 일단 딱 봐도 반지하에서 살고 계시고, 피자 박스 같은 것들을 접으면서 이제 돈을 어떻게든 벌려고 하는 그런 가족을 만나고, 일단은 알고 보니 그 아버님이 이제 여러 가지의 사업에서 좀 망하셔서 이런 상황에 계신 가족이고, 진짜 거기에 있는 딸과 아들은 진짜 똑똑하고 똑똑한 아이들인데, 아쉽게도 이제 가족의 상황 때문에 그거를 완전히 집중을 하지 못하고 있고, 약간 그런 슬픈 상황인 것 같아요. 와이파이도 잘 안 돼. 와이파이도 없고. 어쨌든 전 정말 이 영화를 보면서 우린 정말 감사한 상황에 있다는 거를 정말 느끼게 하는 영화인 것 같아요. 진짜 현실이 안 그랬으면 좋겠다 하지만 진짜로 현실이 그런 거고, 현실에 그래서 우린 항상 감사해야 한다. 정말 영원히 잊지 말아야 하는 것이고, 네. 어쨌든 네, 그렇습니다. Anyway, so we start off with learning about this family who are struggling financially, clearly. They kind of live half jiha. What is 반지하? Half underground. So it's like a half underground place, and they're folding pizza boxes in order to like make a day's living. And it's just like a really hard time for them, you can tell. You know, they're really working hard to get the Wi-Fi because they have no Wi-Fi. So I do think we learn further on in life, in the movie, that the father, he was like, he had a couple businesses fall through, which is obviously just like really sad, and it could happen to anyone really. And so like they're very hardworking people, and the daughter and the son are like clearly very smart people, and yet like it could happen to anyone. They fell into hard times and they aren't able to pursue a higher education due to the family's struggles. So I did think that was like really difficult and sad. Don't worry, we're not going to be sad the whole time, but it is a very sad movie, and so we must touch on it. Anyway, I really do hope that we all can just be very thankful for where we are at in life. And it just really, it just made me very aware of my privileges once again. And yes, it's very important to never forget how lucky we are. Yeah. I don't know, everyone's watching this as personal lives, but I can assume if you're watching an idol live, then you have some sort of privilege in life. So let's be thankful. Okay, can we like get out of this? Because this is so depressing. I can't do this. 어쨌든 너무 우울해 시작이. 나 진짜 근데 그렇다고 남은 스토리가 우울하지 않은 것도 아니야. 어쨌든 그래서 잠깐만 그 아들의 이름이 뭐였더라? 썼던 것 같은데 썼었는데 기우가 친구가 있었어요. 그래서 그 친구를 통해서 이제 전 그 파트는 진짜 재밌어요. 그 몰래 진짜 좀 불쌍하긴 하지만 어쨌든 솔직히 뭐 어때? 똑같이 잘 가르쳐 주는데 뭐 약간 그게 좀 웃겼다고 할 수 있지. 그 파트 진짜 웃겼어요. 그 막 다 거짓말해서 어떻게든 불법이긴 하지만 뭐 어떻게든 그 가족을 그 진짜 기생충처럼 그러니까 진짜 기생충이라는 타이틀도 너무 천재야 천재. anyway 거기에 또 들어가서 어떻게든 뭐 했잖아요. 그게 진짜 너무 웃기고 재밌었어요. 그 파트가. 어쨌든 그 기우의 친구가 좀 걱정되긴 하고요. 생각만 해도 좀 걱정이 돼. 그 과외 쌤 하는 대학생인데 그 고등학생 여자분에 대해서 말하는 게 되게 마음이 걸리고 다혜가 좀 너무 슬프고 불쌍한 너무 였어요. 다혜 살려. 제발 살려줘. 부모님들이 어떻게든 살려야 될 것 같아. 다혜를 좀 살려줘 제발. anyway, so 어쨌든 그게 좀 진짜 걱정스럽긴 했죠. 막 그 다혜에 대해서 말하는 태도가 좋지 않아. anyway 그걸 말하고 싶었고 so anyway then we get into that whole sequence where the family are really parasiting onto this rich, the poor family is really parasiting onto this rich family. That is such a great scenes, a great couple of scenes. I really do love that scene so much. It's just iconic behavior. Is it illegal? For sure, but like it's iconic though. What do I have to say to that? I don't know. I think it was really funny and it's also just really fun. They're just so smart and I love that for them. The amount of planning and all of the pre-planning, you just have to be smart in order to do that. And like you can definitely tell, like these people are super smart. The only reason that they're in the situation that they are in is only because of bad luck and society and stuff like that. Like there is no way these people, this is their own doing. Like they are clearly very, very smart human beings. And the determination is definitely the only kind of determination that will come from people who like just really are at their wits' end. Like this is their last straw for them. So yeah, anyway, it was a good scene. It's very good. And oh yeah, so Q's friend, God, the way he talks about Taye, someone get her out of there. Someone get her out of there. Oh my God, someone needs to save her. Oh my God, she is a victim. She is a victim. Someone please save her. I was just so worried. Even before the other relationship happens, like, even thinking about it, it's just. But anyway, even before that, when he was talking about her, like, it's just not good. It's not good vibes, okay? It's just like someone needs to get her out of here. parents, what are they doing? I don't know. It's just anyway. So 어쨌든 그 새로운 집으로 들어갑니다. 근데 그 집이 진짜 대박. 그거 서울에서 그런 집을 살 수 있는 것만으로도 진짜 찐 부자인 거야. 서울에서 그런 큰 와, 그건 진짜 대박 부자인 거라는 거야, 진짜로. 그렇게 심지어 backyard, 아니 front yard겠지? front yard도 있고, 와, 그거 진짜 대박이지. Anyway, that kind of house in Seoul, you know how difficult, you know how much money you need to have that much land and that big of like a house in Seoul. Like, you know that they're rich, like they're rich. Anyway, okay, so 저는 이제 첫 부분은 되게 좋아요. 되게 재밌어요. 근데 이제 앞으로 다가올 미래를 아니까 너무 막 그 두려움을 버리지 못하고 계속 봤던 것 같아요. 진짜로 너무 근데 어쨌든 첫 부분은 되게 재밌게 잘 본 것 같고, the start of the movie when everything's going right and like, you know, they're making bank off of this family and like everything's going right, it's like it's all great, it's all fun and games. However, as a person who's watched it before, I know what's coming and I can't get rid of that fear of what's happening, what's gonna come next. It like scares me. I just can't. It scares me. And then I will say it was really funny, some of the scenes when those like elitist, like the rich people, they just randomly sprinkled in like this English into their words, and like when Jessica convinced the family about the boys' artistic whatever, what is it called, artistic, I don't know, like therapy. It was funny. It was really funny. I think, yeah, it really is. It just shows the lack of reality that they live in. Like, it's just like a whole other world. Anyway, 어쨌든 뭐였더라? 난 무슨 말 하려고 했더라? 그 이제 진짜 웃겼던 것 같아요. 그 부자 가족이 막 갑자기 제시카가 이제 그 미술 치유 같은 거 너무 막 쉽게 넘어가고, 그게 진짜 웃겼던 것 같아요. 그리고 막 그 아기의 막 그냥 막 그린 게 막 완전 작품, 막 완전 막 엄청 멋있는 작품인 것처럼 막 얘기하는 게 너무 웃겼어요. 갑자기 더워서 에어컨 살짝 키겠어. 그게 진짜 너무 웃겼고, and then Q already, like their first meeting, and Q is already being a creep to Tae. I'm just like I don't want to blame the parents too much, okay? Because I don't believe, I don't know, maybe they were really secretive, and I don't know. But like still, I feel like more could have been done from the parents. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I can't talk because I'm not a parent myself, and like, you know, I'm sure there's like nuances to it, but I don't know. I just really, feel really bad for her because, you know. And 어쨌든 부모님을 당연히 탓하고 싶진 않지만 또 한편으로는 부모님이 다혜를 보호를 해줬으면 참 좋았을 거라는 생각도 많이 들고 조금 약간 고민을 많이 하게 된 것 같아요. 제가 또 아이를 키워본 적이 없어서 막 나도 모르는 어려움들이 있을 거라고 생각을 하지만 어쨌든 다혜를 지켜줄 수 있는 사람이 부모님인데 못 지켜준, 물론 제일 큰 잘못은 기우지만 당연히 그거지만 어쨌든 누군가가 좀 보호를 해줬으면 참 좋았을 거라는 생각이 많이 들었던 것 같아요. 근데 또 한편으로는 정확한 그 사람들의 가정을 우리가 그렇게까지 딥하게 들어가진 않았으니까, 물론 딥하게 들어갔지만 그래도 그 부모님의 관계는 잘 모르니까 몰라, 어려워. 어쨌든 제일 잘못한 거는 기우 진짜로 너무 슬펐어요. 그 상황. 다혜 꼭 살려줬으면 하는 상황. 그걸 진짜 첫 만남부터 이용을 하려고 하는 게 지토 나와. 그 나중에 하는 말들이 너무 진짜 막 anyway, yeah, it really does make me want to throw up. Especially what he said about her afterwards, like when he said, "Oh, look, no, I don't even want to think about it." Okay. Luckily, it's fiction. Wow, it is fiction. But anyway, it is a reflection of society in real life. So we must keep it in mind. It's meant to make you uncomfortable. Okay? That's the whole point. We need to revel in it. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable, there's a problem. Why did I write I can't with the chimpanzee scene? What is the chimpanzee scene? Why do I not remember this at all? Okay. Anyway, 근데 배우분들이 정말 너무 연기 잘하시는 것 같아요. 진짜로 다 모든 캐릭터 다 연기를, 아니 솔직히 연기를 연기가 되게 중요해요. 영화에서 연기를 해야지 우리가 그 감정이 전달되는 거니까. 그래서 너무 잘하시는 것 같더라고요. Anyway, and I think the acting was really, really stellar. I think the actors pulled off their characters perfectly. A perfect way to annoy me. They were perfect. I did really feel bad for the Bunguang housekeeper because, you know, well, this is from, if we don't think about the backstory, but just because, you know, she's been working with that family for so long and she did nothing wrong. Like all the other the driver, like, I don't know, I think, I mean, I do feel bad for the driver, obviously. He didn't do anything wrong. But at the same time, it really was heartwarming that the family also was kind of worried about the driver. But at the same time, I'm sorry, I'm really rambling. I think you can get it though. The driver, they were worried about the driver, which they should. But at the same time, I'm sure he would be able to get his own job. And unfortunately, this is also, you know, when you are privileged, you have the luxury of being kind, the luxury of, I think it really did show that very well, because like when you are in a desperate situation, you don't have the luxury to care about other people. Like it's really just like go on my own life, and like literally every single moment is a struggle. When am I going to care about other people? But when you're rich and you have the resources and the luxury to just live your life, that's when you can actually like care about the people. I think that was really shown very well in the movie. Here's the thing. If you're rich and you're mean, there's no excuse. There is no excuse. 어쨌든 저는 되게 좀 불쌍하기도 했어요. 그 문광 아줌마님이, 하우스키퍼님이 그 잘림 당했잖아요. 그게 조금 슬펐었어요. 그분이 잘못한 게 없는데 사실상은 알고 보니 되게 무서운 사람이긴 하지만 그때는 모르는 거니까. 그리고 전 이건 좀 다른 말이긴 하지만 저 문광님 그분 너무 무서워요. 진짜 그 사람이랑 그 사람의 허스밴드가 진짜 연기를 너무 잘하셔서 그런지 그 눈빛을 잊지를 못해요. 그 표정을 잊지를 못해요. 진짜 지금도 너무 덜덜 떨어요. 진짜 그거 알아요? 그 띵동, 이거 진짜 다른 말이긴 하지만 띵동 해서 막 그거 비 맞으면서 하잖아요. 그거 너무 무서워. 나는 아직도 기억나. 그 씬 너무 무서워. 그리고 이제 네, 어쨌든 그건 나중에 얘기하고, 드라이버님, 운전사님도 이제 좀 불쌍하긴 하잖아요. 그 사람에 대해서는 잘은 모르지만 어쨌든 그 잘못까지는 아니었지만 그냥 아무 얘기 없이 갑자기 잘림을 당한 거니까 그것도 좀 죄송했고, 그 사람도 죄송했고, 무슨 말 하려고 했더라. 그래서 그것도 그랬었던 것 같아요. 그 아버지도 되게 좀 걱정했었잖아요. 그 기사님, 운전사님. 그래서 약간 좀 그게 좀 마음 보기 좋았어요. 근데 이제 그 어머님이 얘기를 했지. 우리는 남의 사람을 신경 쓸 그런 상황이 아니다. 그런 걸 느끼고 되게 현실성을 느꼈던 것 같아요. 진짜로 진짜 내가 편한 위치면 남의를 신경 쓸 자리가 있어. 근데 내가 지금 내 매일매일 살기도 힘든데 남의 일을 왜 내가 신경 써야 돼? 약간 그런 거를 너무 잘 보여준 것 같은 씬이어서 좋았어요. 솔직하게 말하면 내가 지금 편한 여유로운 자리면 진짜 남의 사람을 신경 쓸 수 있지. 근데 내가 매일매일 지금 살기도 힘든데 내가 뭘 하러 남 사람을 신경 써? 약간 그런 거를 확 느끼게 한 그런 씬이었던 것 같아서 좋았고, 그런 게 제일 별로인 거지. 그러면 돈도 많고 여유롭고 정말 위치도 좋고 그런 사람인데 약간 나빴어. 그런 사람들이 그럼 세상에서 제일 별로인 것 같아. 진짜로 그런 좋은 위치를 얻었는데 그걸 좋은 쪽으로 이용을 하지 않고 이기적인 위치, 이기적이게 사는 사람들이 사실 제일 별로지. 근데 이 부자 가족이 그렇다는 것도 아니고, 솔직히 이 영화의 진짜 좋은 점이 모든 캐릭터들 뭐라 해야 되지? 응원할 수 있는 캐릭터가 없어요. 근데 그게 이제 현실적이지. 그러니까 나는 적으로 생각하면 현실성이 있지만 난 당연히 모든 사람이 대부분 사람들이 착하다고 생각을 하지만 어쨌든 이제 현실적이게 생각을 하면 다 우리는 다 단점들도 있고 그러니까 그게 좀 재밌는 것 같아요. 이 가족이 불쌍하기도 하잖아요. 근데 또 너무 꼴 보기 싫을 때도 있고, 근데 또 모르겠어요. 진짜 한편으로는 이 부자 가족이 너무 짜증나기도 해. 왜냐면 위치가 좀 낮다고 다르게 대하는 게 너무 잘 보이니까. 근데 또 한편으로는 불쌍하기도 해. 왜냐면 뭐 크게 잘못한 게 있나 싶기도 하고. 그래서 그런 생각들을 하게 만드는 이 영화가 참 좋은 거죠. 근데 그것뿐만 아니라 이제 그 돈 없는 쪽 가족도 솔직히 응원은 하고 있는데 또 한편으로는 솔직히 진짜로 잘못을 하고 있긴 하잖아요. 거짓말을 하면서 어떤 가정을 기생충처럼 쳐들어갔으니까 그 가정에. 그래서 또 그런 면에서도 좀 되게 고민을 하게 만드는 좋은 영화인 것 같아요. 진짜 깊게 생각을 해야 하는 영화. 사실 이 영화에서는 응원할 수 있는 사람이 없어요. 뭐 아이들은 좀 진짜 잘못이 없으니까 솔직히. 물론 근데 그 아이들이 뭐 딱히 막 완전 좋은 사람인 것 같지도 않고 몰라. 그게 좀 재밌는 거죠 뭐. 지하철 냄새가 있다고 혐오하는 거 대사를 너무 잘 쓴. 진짜로 저 이 영화 처음 봤을 때 그 대사가 제일 뭔가 마음에 와닿았던 것 같아요. 시간이 지나도 잘 잊지를 못하고. 이게 저희도 항상 조심을 해야 되는 거예요. 저희도 모르겠어요. 좀 더 깊게 생각하게 하는 그런 라인이었어요. 그 라인이 모르겠어. 너무 짜증났어 보면서도. 너무 약간 뭐라 해야 되지? 설명하기도 힘들어. 약간 이랬지. 너무 어이가 없고 진짜 그 위치에서만 할 수 있는 말이다. 나는 이제 매일매일 살기 편하니까 그렇게 아무렇지 않게 자기가 그렇게 심한 말 하는지도 몰라. 아무렇지 않게 그냥 생각을 하겠지. 근데 뭐 anyway, that was so long. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Every single character in this movie, I think one of the great things about it. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn the air conditioner down. 감기 걸리면 안 돼. 왜냐? 곧 활동이니까. 감기 걸리면 큰일 나. Okay. Every single character in this movie is irredeemable, which is, I believe, on purpose. We're rooting for no one. The rich family, on one hand, we might feel sorry for them because, you know, they were just a family living about their lives and taken advantage of by the poor family. However, were they great people? Well, here's the thing. It's up for debate. They are clearly very classist, very elitist, and like blinded by their own privilege. That for sure. But at the same time, well, I don't know exactly about the lives. Like we didn't really get that much about like how they made their money or like, you know, I don't know, maybe they donate to a lot of charities. I doubt it, but maybe, you know, we don't really know exactly. But you can definitely tell that they were very, like, elitist, classist, for sure. And especially, one of the answers pointed this out, but especially the line about the smell. Like they said, he smells like a poor person or something like that. God, that boiled my blood so bad. I remember that line. That line really stuck with me after the first time that I watched the movie. Cause like, it's just, you know, it's really hard to explain, but it's just annoying, so annoying. It is really hard to explain though. I don't know. I don't believe that it comes from like a complete place of malice. However, it's just because they're really just blinded by their own privilege. They can't, you know, he didn't say that to be like completely like cussing him out. He just said it in passing, which makes it even worse. Because he's just so unaware of his privilege. And so, anyway, that. But like at the same time, it's not like we're completely rooting. Well, I personally was very rooting for the poor family, but they definitely have their flaws. Like, well, obviously, he's like crazy problematic. The rest of the family, like, they are lying. They're lying, and they're using the rich family to gain. So yeah, they're definitely problematic in their own way. They're not great. One thing that I really did like is that we got some scenes where we actually got to see the families like interact. Like, you could tell, like, even if they were going through hard times, you can tell there was genuine love in that family. I think that was really important to convey, you know? These people, like, just because they're going through hardships doesn't mean they're not like a loving family. And even like the richer side, the family dynamic was really interesting to see. You know, they weren't like, I don't know, I feel like it would have been really easy to like make them stereotypically super cold. And I'm not saying they were amazing, but like, you could tell that the parents really did care about their children. And yeah, especially the young boy, like they stayed up late. God, I hated that scene. God, I hated that scene. Anyway, they stayed up just to look for their child. Here's another thing. God, this is so many layers, so many layers. They also are privileged enough to be able to care for their children in that way. You know, that's another thing. You know, like the tent, the equipment, all of that stuff. Like, that's only possible with the money that they have. That doesn't mean that they love their child any more or less to other less well-endowed families. So yeah, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot. 어쨌든 전 그것도 좋았어요. 이제 가족끼리도 다이내믹을 알게 하는 씬 같은 것들을 알게 되었던 것 같아요. 예를 들어서 힘들어하는 가족은 솔직하게 되게 힘든 상황이 있는데도 아직 저희가 이 가족은 찐으로 서로를 약간 조금씩은 싸우지만 어쨌든 서로를 사랑한다는 거를 보여줬어요, 영화에서. 전 그 면이 되게 좋았던 것 같아요. 약간 그 어려움을 당하고 있는데도 아직까지도 서로를 제 찐으로 사랑을 하고 있다는 게 되게 좋았던 것 같아요. 그걸 보여주는 것도 중요했고, 그리고 돈 많으신 가족도 약간 솔직히 제 스테레오타이프에 따라 하는 거면 그냥 약간 부자 가정에도 사랑이 막 없는 그런 스테레오타입도 되게 많잖아요. 그냥 차갑게 살고 뭐 그렇게 막 그렇게 할 순 있는데, 조금 더 복잡한 그 관계를 보여줄 수 있어서 좋았어요. 약간 당연히 좀 그렇게 완벽한 사랑은 아니었지만 찐으로 보였거든요. 가족끼리 사랑했다는 것도, 뭐 어느 쪽 가족이든. 그래서 그게 좋았던 것 같아요. Okay, so now we're getting to, basically, it's just horror after horror. Literally the most stressful second half of a film I've ever watched. Like, it's just stress after stress after stress. It's just never ending, okay? It's never ending. 어쨌든 그러면 이제 그 반 마지막 반 너무 스트레스 진짜 거기부터 이제 그냥 끝도 없어 호러가 그냥 계속 내 심장이 벌렁벌렁 진짜로 people are being like stop spamming stop 어쩌고 저쩌고 guys just ignore it. It's fine. I ignore it. You should too. It's stressful. It's gonna be annoying, but like they're gonna do it anyway, so just ignore it. It's fine. Trust me, I'm not looking at that anyway. Don't waste your breath on it, you know? We're fine. Where was I? 일단 처음에는 그 씬 너무 이게 비 엄청 많이 오는 씬 뭔지 알죠? 비 엄청 많이 와가지고 막 텐트 그 캠핑 하러 가셨다가 갑자기 엄청나게 더러운 상태에서 집 엄청 더럽힌 상태에서 그 씬 근데 그러다가 갑자기 지하에 알고 보니 다른 사람이 살고 있었어. 그 사람 너무 무서워. 불쌍하기도 해. 근데 너무 무서워. 난 되게 궁금해. 원래 그렇게 약간 사이코셨나? 들어가기 전에? 아니면 거기 안에 계속 있고 밥도 못 먹고 막 그 두려움 계속 찾아다니는 그 나쁜 사람들의 두려움에 그렇게 점점 머리가 이상해진 건가? 그거 진짜 그런 솔직히 마지막엔 진짜 이상한 사람이던데요? 그냥 미쳐 있었어. 그 사이코셨어 진짜로. 근데 이제 원래 그랬는지 아니면 이제 점점 멘탈이 무너진 건지 되게 무서웠어요. 너무 무섭던데? 근데 불쌍하기도 해. 어쨌든 그 문광 분이 일자리에 잘리고 나서 계속 밥을 못 드셨잖아요. 얼마나 힘들었을까. 근데 그것도 기생충인 거야. 진짜 신기해. 그치? 다 기생충이야. 근데 당해야지. 그렇게 줄 게 많으면 기생충들도 살아야 되니까 좀 당해. 뭐 어때? 어차피 있는 것도 없잖아. 어쨌든 되게 무서웠어요. Anyway, and then we get to that like rainy scene. And God, it's just a horror after horror. It's just so scary. It's so scary. Okay, but like think about this, okay? They really mess up the whole place. And then they suddenly find out that there's this man living underground who's lived there for ages and ages, and he hasn't eaten in like weeks because of his wife. You've watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But like, God, that guy was scary. That guy that lived underground, that guy was so scary. And I was really thinking, like, was he always that crazy, or is it like being underground and like the lack of food? Is that what made him crazy? Because like he was for sure crazy. We can definitely count on that. Anyway, what was I gonna say again? Yeah, anyway, that was scary. And then, oh my God, suddenly they come back, and so it's just crazy. It's great filmmaking though, because like yeah, it really keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like wow, it's really good, great filmmaking. Very thrillery. Yes. 어쨌든 이제 갑자기 가족이 그 원래 가족 부자 가족이 막 돌아오고 와 그 씬 너무 스트레스 받았지 않아요? 그 씬 진짜 대박이야. Dude was kinda a bum. He took loans, was on the run, and just left his wife to fix his problems. I guess you can think of it like that, but at the same time, I don't really. I think. I don't know. I think we need to have a bit more empathy in that regard. There are some things where I'm like, yeah, that guy sucks. But in this case, I don't know. What was he supposed to do? What was he supposed to do? He was on. He had a lot of debt. Those guys were threatening to kill him, and if I don't think people understand. Once you are at the rock bottom, it is so hard. This society makes it so hard to get out of there, to get a job, to make money. How is he gonna do that? I'm sure there might have been ways, but if he had no one to help, and society clearly wasn't helping him, what could he have possibly done? We learned that he had a business that also failed. I don't know. Like at that point, what is he gonna do? He's clearly at his wit's end. Like when he's borrowing from loan sharks, that's the end. So like, what is he gonna do? Obviously, there might have been steps that he could have taken to not end up like that. But at the same time, I don't know what to tell you. I for one can't think of a solution. I mean, obviously, I don't know, maybe he could have gotten a job. But like when the loan sharks are like knocking at your door saying they're gonna kill you right away, unless you give them the money right away, what is he gonna do? The bank's not gonna loan him any money. He probably has really bad credit. So I don't know. What would he have done? Unless he, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I'm sure he probably made some wrong steps along the way. And I do feel bad for his wife, obviously, but I don't know. Honestly, I can't even. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know what he would have done. Maybe that was really the only option. But anyway. 어쨌든 내가 그거 말했나? 말했다. 어쨌든 그 스트레스. 오케이. 나 이제 댓글 좀 읽어보자. 댓글 앤서분들의 생각도 좀 보자. I guess the only way would be to take odd jobs, like physical ones, for example. Yes, of course. There are ways, obviously. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the loan sharks were probably like, give me the money now or else I kill you or whatever. So, well, we don't really get the details of what happens, but I feel like we should maybe be a little bit more empathetic. However, I also believe that he's probably not perfect either, and he probably could have done something different that was better. Yeah, and the interest rates, you're right, they probably would have been really high. I'm still curious about how Jessica treated the kid and the kid listened to her. I think Jessica was probably like a great teacher. She was clearly already quite skilled in art. She probably just did her job, honestly. I feel like, yeah. I mean, when we did get little scenes between them together, I think she was actually kind of teaching him. He was in so much debt, there was no way he could have worked his way out of it with menial jobs. Yeah, you're right. After watching the movie, I realized how important it is to install home security cameras. Really? I guess I really don't feel like that's a kind of thing that happens every day, though. I, for one, don't really like home security cameras. I don't think everything needs to be filmed 24/7, especially if it's in your own home. Like, I personally really, really value my security. Obviously, in a way, it's very important to, like, have your own whatnot. But I don't know. The one sentence Q's dad always says to the rich guy is so intriguing about loving his wife. Yeah, I think that was quite interesting. I feel like there could be multiple theories as to why he did that and what it kind of represents. For me, it's more, I didn't really take it that deeply. I just feel like maybe one of the, I'm just like really riffing off the top of my head because I still haven't really figured out what it really means, but maybe it's like, I'm sure, like, we clearly got to see that he really did love his wife, and maybe he just, you know, people like that family who are just so privileged and rich, he wanted to know if, like, I don't know, honestly. I don't know, I guess he just wanted to know whether it was real or not, the love. I mean, what's the point of being rich and having all that privilege without real love in your life? Okay, anyway, moving on. And oh god, it just continues. It just continues and it goes on, the horror that is the ending of this film. Then we get the flooding scene. Why does it only happen to the ones who don't need, like, why? It actually just annoys me. Natural disasters, I actually hate like, obviously I have personal reasons as to why, but why does it only happen to good people? Why? It's just unfair. And I know that's just really, there's no point talking about it. There's no point talking about why natural disasters happen because there's literally nothing we can do to stop it. But it's just sad. It's just sad. Why do things like this happen? All of those people who were living in that neighborhood, they don't have the resources to rebuild. They were living in underground little bunkers. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. It's so sad. And those guys living up on the hill with their big house, just not affected whatsoever. I know it's like some sort of like double, like, big meaning and stuff about, you know, the privileges of the rich. Like, really, this whole thing is just riddled with symbolism. But it just really makes me sad. And watching not just the main family we were talking about, but like all those people sleeping in the gym. It's just really depressing. It really is. And it really did remind me a lot of my childhood as well. It's sad. 어쨌든 그 다음에 비가 너무 많이 와서 그 반지하가 다 물로 채운 거지. 그냥 그 씬이 그냥 너무 슬펐어요. 잠깐만, 나 추워지고 있어. 그냥 꺼. 여기가 에어컨 밑이어서 그런가 봐요. 너무 슬픈 거야. 그냥 왜 이렇게 잘못이 없는, 물론 저의 잘못이 있을 수도 있지. 어쨌든 잘못이 있든 없든이 중요하지 않지. 왜 이렇게 도움을 쉽게 얻을 수 없는 사람들에게 이렇게 힘든 상황들이 있는 거지. 너무 슬프고 짜증나고 제 어린 시절도 생각이 나기도 하고, 그때도 많이, 물론 되게 어렸지만 그때도 되게 그런 생각을 되게 많이 했거든요. 되게 불공평한 것 같다, 이 세상이. 그냥 되게 슬프고 어이없고. 사실 이거는 진짜 인간이 뭐 어떻게 하든 멈출 수 있는 게 아니니까 그렇게 슬프게 생각을 한 의미도 없긴 해. 어쨌든 일어나는 일이고 내가 아무리 잘 착하게 살아도 바뀔 것도 없고 그냥 그런 것들이 그래서 어차피 그냥 걱정해서 그냥 걱정만 되는 건 아는데 어쨌든 슬프긴 해. 그리고 어쨌든 그냥 이 영화에서도 되게 슬펐어요. 너무 그냥 스트레스야. 그리고 심지어 그 자리 아니 그 현재에서 약간 그 가족이 그걸 보고 있고 막 할 수 있는 게 없다는 게 너무 좀 슬프지 않아요, 진짜로? 약간 내 물이 차오르고 있는 그 상황에서 내가 할 수 있는 게 아예 없다는 게 그만큼 슬픈 게 없는 것 같아요. 내가 지금 뭘 해도 이걸 멈출 수 있는 방법이 없다는 게 진짜 너무 슬픈 것 같아요. 근데 또 하필 또 반지하에 사는 사람들에게도 이렇게 슬픈 일들. 그 사람들이 이 일 있고 나서 정부에서 도와주겠지만 도와줘야지만 그래도 그 돈 많은 쪽 가족한테 일어난 일이었으면 분명히 물론 그 사람들한테도 슬픈 일이겠지만 분명히 이만큼 힘들지 않았을 거라는 생각도 들기도 하고. Anyway, next. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that scene. 아 그리고 이건 진짜 잠깐만 얘기하는 거지만 그 책상 커피 테이블 밑에서 그 씬 진짜 와 거의 고문이야 내 심장한테. 너무 별로야. 너무 싫어. But anyway 그것도 그렇지 않아요? 약간 이것도 다 노리신 것 같아요. 근데 이것 봐. 테이블 밑에 이 사람들, 테이블 위에 이 사람들 그거 노린 것 같아. 딱 봐도 약간 이래서 나는 예술이 좋아. 이런 걸로 약간 솔직히 이 모든 나도 캐치 못한 것도 많을 거고 영화 보시는 분들 특히 한 번만 봤으면 그걸 다 캐치는 못해. 근데 그 감독님의 만족도나 완성도 이 영화의 완성도를 위해 하나씩 들어간 디테일들이 정말 아름다운 것 같고 그게 예술의 아름다움 중에 하나인 것 같아요. And the coffee table scene that was just so stressful to read about. No, to watch. God. And like I really do feel like it's kind of symbolism because like you know the lower class citizens, I don't think they're lower class citizens, I mean it in like you know anyway the lower class citizens under the coffee table, like the higher class citizens over the coffee table. It's symbolism to me, like, and I really do think there are so many. If we really want to go really deep, we can talk all night. Like, there's so much that even probably I missed, like The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No, different Rock, but I mean The Rock, and just everything. I don't know. Like literally, this whole movie is just riddled with it. But anyway 어쨌든 이 영화가 진짜 솔직히 하나씩 다 말하려면 진짜 많을 것 같아요. 그런 힌트 같은 것들 사실 한국어로 뭔지 모르겠어요. 모티브라고 해야 되나? 그런 것들이 진짜 많은 것 같아. 그 돌도 그렇고 정말 많을 것 같아. 일단 그것도 좀 그런 것 같은데 언덕 위에 있는 집에 비해 반지하에 있는 그 다른 가족 약간 그런 것들 엄청 많아요. 그런 거를 하신 분들도 되게 많을 것 같고 어쨌든 그런 작은 모티브 같은 것들이 있어야지 예술이 재밌고 깊어져요. 그리고 솔직히 이제 좀 가볍고 캐주얼하게 보시는 분들이 그걸 다 캐치는 못해도 어쨌든 그 감독님께서 생각하신 그런 것들이 되게 많을 거 아니에요? 내가 이해 못해도 그 사람들이 자기가 만들고 싶은 작품이니까 막 자기가 원하는 대로 넣는 그런 행위 자체가 저는 되게 아름답다고 생각해요. The literal house was a comment on social class levels. You're right. 집 자체도 그 돈 없는 분들은 또 지하에 살고 있고 위층들에는 you know 돈 많은 사람들 진짜 다 그래. Like the whole movie is just full of it, really. He's such a genius. I love him. 봉준호 감독님 진짜 천재. 저는 이 감독님의 다른 작품들도 꼭 봐야겠어요, 진짜. 근데 이만큼 내 마음을 힘들게 하는 거면 좀 힘들 수도 있겠다. 나 약간 나 기생충 너무 약간 뭐라 해야 되지? 내 기가 다 빠진 느낌. 너무 몰입을 해서 봐서. 아니 좀 멘탈이 좋을 때 봐야 하는 영화인 것 같아, 확실히. God, it's just depressing after depressing after depressing. It never ends. 어쨌든 그 다음에 그 씬들도 있어요. 파티를 갑자기 아니 이 상황에서 파티를 이제 또 하고 있어. 파티를 하고 있고 남은 가족들은 그냥 몰라. 너무 슬프고 우울하고 짜증나. Anyway 이러고 있고 그냥 싫어지더라고요. 그 잘 살고 있는 그 가족이 싫어지더라고요. 그 사람들이 뭐 딱히 잘못이 있나? 근데 몰라. 그냥 꼴 보기 싫어. 그리고 그 상황에서 그런 대본들이 있는 거야. 비가 와서 축복이다. 막 미세먼지 어쩌고 막 진짜 너무 짜증나는 거야. 보면서 진짜 너무 재수 없어. 물론 근데 또 그런 것도 있어. 그 사람들이 그걸 다 알고 하는 말이 아니니까. 근데 그걸 알았어야지 그러면. 몰라. 어려워. Anyway, it's like and then after the rain, the family like planning a party. Like get out of here. And then they're like, oh, actually, the rain might have been a gift from God or whatever. They're like, oh, it got rid of all the like 미세먼지. It got rid of all the fine dust. Like, actually get out of here. Like, actually, you're annoying me now. It's actually so annoying. 근데 그런 말들이 우리가 일상적으로 할 수 있는 얘기들이라 라는 점이 소름 끼치는 것 같기도 했어요. 그러니까 그것도 그래요. 진짜 우리가 아무렇지 않게 하는 말들이 알고 보니 진짜 우리의 위치에서 자연스럽게 나오는 말들이야. 우리도 모르는 그런 것도 있어. 나도 모르게 내가 잘못하고 있는 것들도 많을 수도 있고 내 위치를 그래서 항상 생각을 하고 살아야 된다는 생각을 하게 되는 것 같아요. 이 영화를 보면 내가 지금 되게 감사한 곳에 살고 있다. 그런 걸 계속 생각해. 요. Oh god. And then wait, I forgot who said this though. Oh yeah, I remember. When Q asked Tae whether he suits this environment. God, that was sad. That was so sad. Oh my god. Just thinking about me. I hate him, by the way, but it's still sad. That was really sad. Cause like, you know, all they want, all this family wants is to get out of that situation. All they want is to live just decent, happy lives. But the world's not letting them. And it's just really sad. 그리고 그 씬도 있었어요. 기우가 다혜한테 물론 되게 그 전신이 되게 별로였지만 기우가 다혜한테 막 내가 이런 분위기랑 잘 어울리냐고 물어봤잖아요. 그 씬 진짜 슬프더라고요. 진짜 슬펐어. 역대급으로 우울한 릴리링. 그러니까 너무 우울해. 아니 근데 알고 있었어. 내가 이럴 거라고 알고 있었어. 영화를 선정하자마자 가끔씩은 우리가 우울해야 할 때가 있지. 그래야지 우리가 배우니까. anyway 그 말을 하고 그냥 그게 너무 슬펐어. 내가 어울리냐고 물어본 것 자체가. 그 사람도 물론 내가 기우를 싫어하지만 어쨌든 그 가족이 어떻게든 그냥 행복하게 아무 걱정 없이 살고 싶은 평범한 그런 희망들을 하는 가족이잖아. 결국에는 이렇게 복잡해진 거는 어쩔 수 없는 거지만 사실 진짜 쉽게 생각하면 그 사람들도 그냥 그런 파티를 하고 있는 그런 행복한 삶을 살고 싶은 거야. 근데 세상이 그렇게 하지 못하게 막은 거지. 그게 너무 슬픈 거야. And then all of a sudden, oh my god, killed by the own rock that started this whole thing. Wow, the symbolism goes deep. I don't really want to go into it too deep because we've already discussed all the themes like a bunch. But anyway, I do like that was one thing that he used. Also, that guy is scary. So scary. Oh my god. His eye, the look in his eyes. God, crazy business. God, and actually it's like really scary. No, it's like so like even thinking about it now, I'm like ooh 덜덜. Like what? It's so violent. He like the poor kid. Nah, but I mean, we don't really have that much sympathy for him. I mean, but it's still a horrible way to die. Anyway, 어쨌든 그 남자분 너무 무서워요. 그 돌 들고 와 너무 무섭지 않아요? 그리고 그 눈빛이 진짜 너무 연기를 진짜 잘하시는 것 같아요. 진짜로. 진짜 무서웠고 he was really like no hesitation whatsoever, which is I don't know. For me personally, I prefer when my villains have a bit. I mean, this guy did have depth, but at the end, he kind of just like went crazy, like full on crazy, like no remorse for anyone. I know I don't know. This is not really a big issue at all, and it doesn't really affect the way I feel about this movie and these characters. But it's just a thought, you know. Why did he just suddenly go full on crazy? It must be some sort of like meaning, like oh, it got to him and all that. But you know, he really just went serial killer at the end there, just like knifing everyone left and right. I would have preferred it if he maybe had a bit more nuance to the killing scene. Like maybe if we gave him just like 5 seconds of hesitation, 1 second of hesitation before he just like went and killed everyone, I feel like it kind of just dehumanized him a bit. Imagine being in a basement for 4 years. I'd go crazy too, low-key, but maybe not kill anybody. Okay, keep my eye out on you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you're right. Like, it definitely takes a toll on someone. But I feel like, even so, I feel like the average person wouldn't just do that. However, comma, it's kind of justified. But however, comma, it's not. I don't know. I kind of feel like I would have preferred just a teensy bit of more humanity in that last scene. I feel like if we maybe just saw a bit of a motive. I get that we kind of had a motive, like, you know, it was because of them that the wife kind of died. I believe she died from the concussion. So yeah, I guess he wants to avenge his wife. But I don't know, he just kind of went crazy. But the point is, he lost his humanity. I guess. I don't know. It's just a thought. Anyway, 어쨌든 마지막에 이제 갑자기 진짜 미친 거지, 그 사람이. 그래서 모든 사람을 그냥 아무렇지 않게 죽인 게 저는 조금 이제 고민을 했던 것 같아요. 조금 더 고민을 조금 하는 모습을 봤으면 좀 더 인간성이 있었을 것 같은 느낌? 너무 그냥 갑자기 확 미치니까 모르겠어요. 근데 또 한편으로는 이해도 가기도 하고 모르겠어요. 살짝 그런 생각을 했던 것 같아요. And then obviously we have the scene where the family, oh god, no. It's actually so depressing and it's so annoying and it's so like, I feel so much when I think about this scene that I actually cannot talk about it. So we won't, because I don't want to do that to myself. But I will just say, the last scene, you know, where the rich people, like they just run away. I don't want to go too deep, but yeah, annoying and sad about the state of the world. I don't know. Look, and I think really some people who watch that movie might like have zero sympathy for those rich people. They might think they're monsters for running away. I think it's a bit more nuanced than that. First of all, like, yeah, there's literally a guy with a knife. Not everyone's gonna have the guts to just not run away. However, I don't know. It is kind of crazy though. It's like, one thing that I really just did not. I get it though. I do get it. Oh, but then, because look, the guy, what's his name? The son, the baby son, he fainted and stuff. So yeah, as parents, maybe like you would care about your son. It depends on how you look at it, really, because I don't know. I'd be worried about my son for sure. Very worried, because just like full on he fainted. It's not like just a everyday occurrence type of thing, but like he full on fainted, he might like not survive kind of vibe. But at the same time, there's a killer on the loose. And if you had helped, maybe we wouldn't have gotten so many deaths, you know? I feel like this one's one, it's a really kind of, it's a thinker. It's a real thinker. When I think about my parents, I really don't know what they would have done in that situation. I do feel like they wouldn't have been surprised that the other people stayed behind to look up. Like, cause you know, there was that scene where it's like, oh my god, what are you doing? Why aren't you driving my son? Like, okay, you can drive him yourself. That would definitely not happen. That's the thing that I find crazy and like really out of touch. But like, I mean, other than that, yeah. The other people though, why are they running away? What are they doing? Why aren't they helping? I mean, but at the same time, well, yeah, it is scary though. There's a guy wielding a knife. It's scary. Oh god, see, this is, lots of thoughts are being thought, you know? It's complicated, for sure. 마지막 씬에 그게 되게 슬프고 짜증나고 그냥 생각을 많이 하게 하는 씬인 게 약간 막 다 죽이고 있는데 다 도망쳤잖아요. 그건 슬퍼. 근데 또 한편으로는 이해 가기도 하고, 왜냐면 무섭잖아. 모든 사람이 그렇게 용감할까? 진짜 현실적으로 생각하면 누가 칼을 짚고 있을 때, 아니 물론 당연히 용감을 했으면 하지. 왜냐면 그 모든 사람들이 좀 더 도와줬으면 그렇게까지 많은 사람이 안 죽었을 수도 있잖아요. 근데 또 한편으로는 되게 모르겠어요. 아니 그거는 진짜 어이없긴 했어요. 막 운전을 안 해준다고 막 못 믿는 게 그냥 당연한 거 아니에요? 아니 솔직히 딸이 아니었었어도 당연히 그 사람들 먼저 도와줘야지. 아들이기 때문에 이제 빨리 병원을 데려가고 싶은 거겠지. 그 다른 부모님은. 근데 어쨌든 남은 사람들은 지금 현재 그 칼 부림질 하고 있는 그 사람을 먼저 막는 게 먼저지 않나. 그게 너무 당연하게 우리 아들부터 먼저 챙겨야 된다는 생각부터가 이제 좀 그 차이점인 거죠. 그래서 생각을 많이 하게 된 것 같아요. 그 씬이 되게 잘 만든 것 같아요. 약간 되게 슬퍼요. 내가 너무 감정 너무 잘 느끼는 편이라 이런 거 보면 되게 힘들어요. 약간 막 누가 막 잘못했다고 하기가 힘든 영화잖아요. 그래서 좀 힘들어요 보면서. It's really difficult for me, an empath. It is difficult to watch these types of things because it really does affect me a lot. But anyway. I think we're good with that scene, are we? Unless there's more that we want to say. Do you not like horror movies, maybe? I don't like horror movies. Well, I don't like being jump scared. Other than that, I like horror movies because I really do think it is a very good genre for discussing the horrors of real life. Unfortunately, life is a horror movie. If you think about it. I just don't like being jump scared because I'm a scaredy cat. I do like the themes that horror movies explores. Like Jordan Peele, I really do like his stuff. I haven't watched all of his stuff. I've watched like one, but like I know that he's doing some great things in that genre. I think if you're gonna make, for me, I like, if you're gonna make a horror, just for me, I have no qualms whatsoever of just making a light horror film where everyone dies and like there's no really big meaning. But for me personally, if I am going to put myself through like a bunch of jump scares and scaredy scenes, I'd want it to be like really deep because that's just who I am as a person. I'm not like a thrill seeker unless there's like some payoff, you know? So that's how I feel about horror films. I will watch them very occasionally, and it has to be with other people because I just can't do it alone. But I would want them to have some sort of like deeper meaning. Like this film. You could categorize this as definitely as a horror film, I think. But the reason why I've come back to it a bunch of times is because despite how much it hurts to watch, it is just a very important and good film. I will not be watching it again in the near future, however, because I have had enough of this for now. Oh yeah, and then this scene where he blocks his nose. Let's not get into it because it's so annoying, but it's very sad though. Ki-jong-i died, so it's very sad. I really did love Ki-jong-i. Out of everyone here, she was one of the better ones that you could actually root for, so it's quite sad. And she's just so pretty, the actress who plays her. 기정이가 죽었어요. 근데 진짜 슬펐어요, 진짜로. 이 모든 캐릭터 중에서 솔직히 다 죄는 없진 않지만 그래도 그나마 진짜 응원을 하게 되는 캐릭터였잖아요, 되게. 그리고 너무 이쁘셨어요, 그 배우님이. 저는 그 기우가 살았다는 게 진짜 신기했어요. 아니 어떻게 얼굴 아니 뇌가 그렇게 많이 맞았는데도 살아 있을 수가 있지? 영화의 마법이라고 할 수 있을 것 같아요. I do think it was kind of crazy that Q was still alive after all that, because the amount of hits that he took to his head from that heavy rock, I don't know. That's crazy. I feel like he probably should not have survived that, but you know, we're giving him a pass because it's a movie. So God, and the ending. Don't even talk to me about the depressing ending. Oh my God. Like I can't do this. It's too hard to talk about because it makes me too sad. 엔딩이 너무 슬퍼서 말도 못 하겠어요, 진짜. 말 못 하겠어. 그래도 해야지. 중요하니까. So, as we know, it's actually so genius the way this was done. But the father, he goes and hides in the bunker, the underground bunker, and so it's like basically a reversal. And then they use Morse code, which is, you know, another callback from another thing that happened, to communicate with his dad. No, with his son. So that was like really, really cool. I really do like the ending. It's sad, but genius. Like, come on. He's just a genius. Anyway, 엔딩이 그래서 그 아버님이 지하로 가서 이제 스위치가 된 거지. 그 다른 분이랑 지하로 가서 그렇게 되고 그 모르스 코드로 그렇게 삥삥삥삥삥삥삥삥삥삥삥 죄송합니다. 뭘? 그 커뮤니케이션을 한 거지 아버님이랑. 그래서 그 씬도 되게 좋았고요. 되게 지니어스이신 것 같아요. 진짜 천재시다. 왜 유명하고 왜 오스카를 이겼고 왜 진짜 충분히 이해가 너무 가는 영화고 진짜 그냥 천재적이야. 너무 좋아. And then the dream ending. Usually I don't really like kind of like, oh, it was all just a dream type of endings, especially in like books and stuff. However, in this one, I think it was really well done. Yeah. I will like an occasional dream sequence, I will. Sometimes I think it's like a cheap literary device, but this one, I really do like it. I really do like the ending. It's just really sad. It makes you think and it's really sad. I really do hope that that's how everything ends up, but obviously, in reality, God, I don't even want to admit this. Can't we just agree? Can't we just decide that we think that that's how they ended up? Can't we just decide that, please? To be completely real with you, it's not realistic. It's not. How is this boy with no connections, no money, gonna get enough money to afford that house in Seoul? It's not realistic. However, come on, let's just be dreamers for a second. You may say I'm a dreamer. Sorry. 엔딩이 제가 원래 그렇게 알고 보니 다 꿈이었다 약간 그런 엔딩을 그렇게 좋아하지 않아요, 솔직하게. 근데 이 영화에서는 진짜 허용. 왜냐면 진짜 잘 썼고 진짜 인정이다. 너무 슬프고 그냥 너무 슬퍼. 엔딩이 너무 슬퍼. 진짜로 그렇게 끝났으면 좋겠어요. 저희 그냥 그렇게 믿는 걸 어때요? 그냥 그렇게 끝났다고 믿는 걸 어때요? 왜냐면 그냥 솔직히 그게 현실적이진 않아. 생각해봐. 그렇게 아무 커넥션이 없고 돈도 없고 기우가 심지어 뇌도 완전 큰일 났고 그 상황에서 설마 기우가 아니 돈을 번다고 해. 살 만큼 돈을 벌었었어도 아무리 벌어도 그만큼 비싼 집 사는 게 얼마나 어려운지 알까? 왜냐면 이게 진짜 그냥 그 아파트 좀 괜찮은 아파트가 아니라 그거 진짜 넥스 레벨이잖아. 그래서 솔직하게 말하면 현실적이진 않아. 근데 그래도 난 그렇게 끝났다고 믿고 싶어. 그렇게 믿자. 어때? 그렇게 그냥 믿어버려. 어때? It's written so well, but the ending was so depressing. Way too real. Like you can hope the son buys the house, but we all know it's a very slim chance. Exactly. It's so depressing. Just when you thought it was going to be a happy ending. I know! He's so evil for that. There's a movie called The Florida Project, and it's such a good movie that I want Lily to cover it. I've heard of that one. I haven't watched it. I will definitely look into that. 조금 덜 우울해질까? 그러면 이제 앤서분들의 댓글을 보는 시간이다. 폰으로 봐야지. Have you watched Uptown Girls? No, I haven't, but I really do want to watch it eventually. Need a lighter-hearted movie like Devil Wears Prada or Mean Girls up next. Yeah, you're so right. This one, I'm so sorry. I was really depressed and physically ill after watching Parasite. I'm so sorry, girl. I know. I'm sorry. Me too. Next one, we'll definitely do a lighter-hearted one for sure. It's actually so sad. I don't even want to think about it. It's so sad. 고통받는 것도 영화의 맛이다. 그렇게 생각할 수도 있지. 하지만 다음번에는 좀 더 밝은 거 합시다. 어때요? 근데 이것도 아예 코미디가 없진 않았어요. 진짜 웃긴 씬들도 있긴 했어. 근데 마지막에는 그냥 처음부터 끝까지 다 우울했었지. My interpretation of the ending is that Q's dream is absurd and unrealistic, but it shows that hope is the driving force for many struggling people, no matter how unrealistic their dreams might be. Darn, that's making me so sad. Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, maybe you're right. That's actually so sad. Wait, oh god. I once listened to the whole movie without watching it. You mean you listened to the movie? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay. And it's much more evident how they did not waste a single second and still able to hit you with the messages so deeply. Yeah, that's one thing. I love the pacing of this movie, by the way. It really does not play around. It misses nothing. There are no filler scenes whatsoever. I like a good filler scene every now and then, but like this was so perfectly laid out. I love that. Devil's Prada is a good movie. You should get Bay. You should do one with Bay. I know. She would love the Devil's Prada. I love that it's doing so well, the sequel. Slay. I do want to watch the sequel as well. I will definitely get onto that. Would you be interested in Interstellar? Yeah, I watched that. I mean, no, I haven't watched that. Why did I say that? I will watch that again. 릴리 봉준호 감독님의 다른 작품들 뭐 보셨나요? 보자. 내가 알기로는 저는 일단 미키 17도 봤고요. 그것도 진짜 재밌게 봤어요. 그거 진짜 재밌게 봤어요. 그리고 기생충 봤고 그건 말고는 봤나? 살인의 추억 책으로는 읽었었던 것 같아요. 한국어 말고 영어로. 근데 그거 짧은 숏스토리긴 한데 그것 읽었던 것 같아요. 근데 아직 못 본 거 많아요. 이 중에서 추천하시는 게 뭐가 있어요? 설국 열차에 대해서도 엄청 많이 들어보긴 했었어요. 그것도 고민했었어요. 이번에 그거에 대해서 할지 그것도 할까 했었어요. Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I have watched that one. That would be a good one to do, but I kind of don't want to put myself through that pain again. Maybe we'll do it in the future. I did really like that one, but that one's also kind of sad. That one, and also like the mind-bogglingness of it. That's gonna take a lot of work. But like I still can't even wrap my head around that movie, cause like, you know, all the dimensions and everything. Yeah, that's a lot. 아, 맞다. 이 친구 얼굴이 떨어졌어요. 아니 계속 한번 떨어졌는데 계속 다시 붙이는데 계속 또 떨어지더라고요. 그래서 매니저님이 그 본드 빌려주신다고 하시더라고요. 그래서 원래 이건데 계속 떨어지더라고요. 아쉬워. 너무 빨리 떨어져서. 뭐야, 기생충보다 무섭잖아. 아니야, 기생충보다 무섭진 않잖아. Anyway, 재밌었다. 이제 곧 내일부터 또 활동이야. 내일 우리 산업 같은 것들 오시는 앤서분들 꼭 일찍 자요. 엄청 일찍이니까 화이팅 해볼게요. Rating, right. I gave it 5 stars, of course. Nothing less. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. What about you guys? 맞다. 내가 물어보지 않았다. 앤서분들은 what did you guys rate it? 뭐라고 했어요? 100 out of 5. Okay. Kind of defeats the purpose of the 5 out of 5, but whatever. I get ya. 5점. 아니, 오케이. 5 stars. 5점. 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 4점. 4, 4.5. 5 stars. 2점. Okay. 3. Okay. Sorry, I'm very protective over this movie. I might be a bit judgy. We guessed yours and averaged ours again. The Lil Readers, okay, 4.71. That's good. That's a good rating. Lily's rating, 4.75. Okay. Well, it's 5. But yeah, you guys are pretty much right. Good. I mean, yeah, there's a reason it's so critically acclaimed and loved. Like, it is crazy good. Even if you, like, 그냥 가볍게만 봐도 재밌고 깊게 보면 더 재밌고 같이 있고 솔직히 진짜 아무 생각 없이 그냥 봐도 재밌는 것 같아요, 진짜로. I really do think this one's good for just like, even if you just aren't like a kind of really metaphorical person and you're just like watching it for like the thrills of it all, it's still good and it's still a good, like a fun movie. So I really do think there's a reason it got so popular and it's so famous. I'm very, very proud, yeah, that everyone really likes this one. It's so good. 봉준호 감독님 is a genius. Like, I'm obsessed. Anyway, 내 활동을 꼭 파이팅 해주세요. 앤서분들도 사랑해. 이번 해피 세레네이드 많은 관심 부탁드립니다. 내가 진짜 사랑해. Oh my god, someone's counting my anyways. Oh, that's so funny. What the heck? You're telling me I said anyway 42 times? And I said 어쨌든 33 times? That's crazy. You're telling me... Wait. Oh my god. Help. Someone help. I need help. It's an anyway addiction. I need help. I need intervention. It's so bad. No. I can't be the only one that says it that much though. Especially during lives. Because like how else are you gonna change the subject or something? I don't know. That's kind of worrying. I'll work on it. 전 anyway 좋아하는데요. 감사합니다. 제가 모르겠어요. 사실 그렇게까지 관심이 없긴 한데 그래도 좀 너무 많이 하면 좀 그러니까. 근데 진짜 보면 내가 내 노트 진짜 많이 썼다? 이거 봐. 거의 다 썼어. 진짜 얼마 안 남았어 이제. 노트 또 지금 내가 새로 산 노트 되게 많으니까 새로운 것도 기대해야지. 너무 행복할 것 같아. 이거 끝까지 처음부터 끝까지 다 채우면 약간 그 재밌는 이야기로 다 채우면. 그리고 보니까 이게 25번째던데요? 우리의 리딩? 나 진짜 오래 했다 이거. 너무 좋아. 나 진짜 오래 하고 싶어. Anyway, you should publish your notes? Absolutely not. My notes are not like some sort of really academically sound notes. They're really just me just saying whatever. Like seriously, I really just say what I'm thinking at the time. My notes aren't like crazy. It's really, and it's only fun. It's not fun for anyone, I mean, yeah. Like literally all I'm saying is like, I love it. The hug, I can't. Or like, you know, I'm really just reacting to the movie. It's not that deep. I do write deep thoughts, obviously, but a lot of it's just me reacting, so. guys really want it, I might. Maybe just for Parasite, because I have like too many notes for all the others. Let me see. Maybe just this time. I don't want to give myself the pressure of knowing that I'm going to be sending this to you guys every time, and then like, you know, I won't be able to write my like, I mean, I will be able to write most of them, but like, you know, sometimes I might not, it might affect what I write, but we'll see. Let me just see. Okay, you know what? I'll look into it and I will decide. Okay. Anyway, 오늘 answers, you guys are so sweet. No pressure, no stress. Only if you're comfortable, no pressure, don't even worry. Oh, I love you guys. That's so sweet. Don't worry. I won't send it if I don't want to. Trust me. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't have to, girly. If you won't be comfortable, don't. Yep, fair. We won't pressure you at all. Just kidding. Don't feel the pressure. It's your decision. No pressure. You don't. Oh my god. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I love you guys. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Girl, don't force yourself. Like literally everyone. Oh, why am I about to cry? Actually, I'm so touched. Thank you. It will so affect the way you write your notes, trust. Yeah, exactly. So maybe just this time though. We'll see. We'll see. I love you. You guys are so sweet. Okay. 사랑해요. ASMR. 갑자기 ASMR. 아, 네. 어쨌든 사랑해. 고마워. 이제 다음번에는 활동이니까 조금 시간이 걸릴 수도 있겠다. 다음에 볼 때. 근데 어쨌든 아마 책으로 하지 않을까? 저번에 영화로 했으니까. 근데 또 내가 너무 바쁘면 영화로 하는 게 나을 수도 있겠다. 다음 것도. 왜냐면 책도 이제 꽤 많이 했었으니까 고민해 볼게요. 좀 더 밝은 걸로 올게요. 오케이. 사랑해. 안녕. 이번 활동 화이팅! 엔서분들 너무 고마워요. 엔서분들 이 헤비 세레네이드랑 전체 EP 다 보여주신 사랑이 너무너무 고마워요. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And thank you so much for the love that you guys have shown this EP, especially Loud. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys like it. Loud 좋아해 주셔서 너무 좋아요. 안녕. See you next time.